Welcome to No Boundaries. I'm your host, Dana Boyle. We've made it to the NCAA tournament in May. It's the most exciting time of the lacrosse season. And this week, for episode 7, we've got UConn superstar Sydney Watson. Let's get started. First of all, congratulations, Sydney. You guys made it into the NCAA tournament. You got May Madness ahead of you. You're already in South Bend. You play my alma mater, UVA, but I will be cheering for the both of you guys. But first question I've got to ask, I've been so curious. So you've decided to come back to UConn for a 5th year. What led you to that decision to take that extra year?
When our season got cut short due to COVID, we were riding a high. We were 5-2 at that point. It was one of the best starts that UConn has had in a while. And getting it cut short was like a piece of me was just ripped out of my chest. Like it was so upsetting to the entire team. And when we heard that we had the extra year, I knew at that point that this program was on their way up. And I wanted to be a part of it again. I want to be on the roller coaster ride up and enjoy this time with this amazing team. And I'm ready for another go around.
Don't ever leave college because it's the best years of your life.
Oh my gosh. And COVID's ruined a little bit, but I'm still trying to soak it all in.
So what does UConn women's lacrosse mean to you then? If you're coming back for a 5th year, obviously you have a strong sense of, your institution, the team. What is it?
It means pretty much everything to me. I mean, I honestly wouldn't have thought about UConn if it wasn't for lacrosse. I mean, it's over 6 hours away from my home and I love home. So I came here to be a part of this team, this family. I'm with them literally every day. I mean, I live with 3 other of my teammates, but it's like a second home to me. And having the opportunity to be here for another year is an opportunity that I never thought would have happened, but I'm extremely grateful for it.
I feel the exact same way. I think lacrosse, has such an opportunity to bring people together. And I've been graduated for almost 7 years now, and I still have those girls that I played with. Like, they're still my family and they're still my friends. And now we start going to each other's weddings and people are having babies. And it's just such a fun sense of community. And long after you're graduated, you're never really removed from the program. So you're smart to stick around. And I'm happy that you've had such a good experience at UConn. It's been really fun to watch the program on the rise, like you said. So what have you been studying? What are you studying in undergrad? And then what will you plan to study for your 5th year?
So I was one of those people that switched my major probably 5 times throughout the time I've been here. I finally decided to do crime and justice, which UConn doesn't actually have a major for. So I'm a part of the individualized major program where I had to create the major myself. I had to create all my prerequisites, my requirements to graduate, and all of the credits that I'd need within that. And I officially have finished all of those classes for that major. And then in my 5th year, I'm going to add another major. I'm going to do human development and family sciences with a minor in psychology.
That's awesome. So there had to be a reason why you wanted to create that undergraduate major. And kudos to you for paving the way for other people at UConn that want to study that. But what was the reason, and the determination for wanting to create something like that for your undergrad experience?
So both of my parents are retired police officers down in Maryland. So I've been surrounded by the criminal justice aspect of life down there for a long time. Many other of my family members are also police officers. So there was this one time when I was younger, my mom was an accident reconstructionist. So she brought home like a case she was trying to put together to figure out how this car accident had happened. And at this point, I was probably like 13, maybe. And I sat down with her. I was like, can I help? Like, I want to see what I can do. And she was like, okay. So we sat there and just thoughts are just popping into my head, like investigating how this car accident had happened. And we were going through it. And turns out like one of my ideas was the way the accident actually occurred. And it was just so exciting going through all of these steps to try to investigate and figure out what had happened. And that has really paved the way for me to want to be a part of the investigative aspects of things. I want to be a profiler in the FBI, so I want to find like the why of criminals and why they turn down that path. So kind of connected in that way, but I think that's where it really started for me.
So kudos to you. All right, so let's get into some of the quick hit, more fun questions. What has been your best purchase during quarantine on Amazon?
Okay, so this one's kind of connected. So we ended up rescuing a dog over quarantine. So his name's Barkley. So
On your
I
lacrosse team.
am the person that spoils him endlessly. So my favorite purchases have to be all of the toys and the comfortable beds and the balls that I've bought for him. And my parents keep telling me to stop spending my money on him, but I have to do it.
Did you get a dog in college?
Mm-mm.
Oh, this is your family dog.
Yeah, family. Yeah, at
Okay.
home in quarantine.
Okay. I was like, you are on another level of a student athlete because having a dog while in college while playing lacrosse, I can't even imagine.
It's funny because my roommates always talk about getting a dog, and I'm like, guys, let's do it. But we haven't pushed the pedal to get it, but I'm still pushing for it.
It always sounds like a good idea, and then it's a massive responsibility. I still don't have a dog, but there are times where I'm like, should I just get one? Like, should I just go to the
Right?
store and get one? Like, why not? So, smart decision. All right, so let's move on to your teammates. Let's hear a little bit about them. Let's play teammate superlative. Who is the unsung hero of your team?
The unsung hero, I think, would have to be Abby Vetch, number 4. She's a midfielder. She is so competitive. She's one of our key players in transition, one of the fastest players on the team. I've never thought that she's gotten enough recognition for what she does on the field, both strong on offense and defense, and on the draw circle at that. She's my roommate, and she's done great things for this program.
Who has the best sense of humor on your team?
I would have to say Kira Place, number 9. There is never a moment when she isn't giggling or laughing or making a joke. Not and even doing TikTok dances, like she's big TikTok. And she's always like, "Oh, do a TikTok with me. You want to do a TikTok with me?" And always laughing. And she is one of the people you can count on to make you laugh if you're having a bad day.
What is your favorite moment of the 2021 season? It can be you as an individual or for your team.
I would say for the team, beating UMass for the first time in many, many years. Going into I mean, no one really enjoys going into overtime, but it's stressful situation. But getting into overtime and pulling out the win against them was one of the best moments I've had on this team so far. The energy was amazing, and everyone was so proud and happy, and it was just really great weekend.
I love that. So, who is someone that you look up to?
So cliche, I do look up to my parents, but I would say my granddad. He is the definition of started from the bottom and now he's here. He started off with nothing and now he's at the top of the top in what he does. He's a hospital administration CEO. So different hospitals hire him to help out their administrative part. And he's just so successful now and living his best life. And I hope that when I get there, I can be him.
Awesome. That's really sweet. I hope he watches this and hears that because that was very, who knows? So, a player that's not on your team that you would want on your team because you don't want to go up against them.
So I would have to say Carson Harris. She top 25 Taunton, Drexel. We actually went to rival high schools, played together then, and we also were on an indoor league together. An absolute beast, amazing athlete, great on both sides and the draw circle. I would love to have her on my team, and I would not want to go up against her.
That's good. That's good. So, final question, and this one is, rather vague, but it's kind of overarching. You spent a good amount of time at UConn. You're immersed in the program. You're a leader on the field, off the field. So, what is the legacy that when you finish that 5th year that you hope to leave behind as a Husky?
I would have to go with no matter the numbers, no matter the outcomes, the drive to continue to get better. I'm one person that I feel like practice isn't enough. You have to watch film, extra film. You have to do individuals with coaches outside of practice. You have to go above and beyond if you want to come out on top or be seen as one of the better players on a squad. And I mean, I couldn't have gotten here without the help of my teammates and my coaches, but I also want to leave the legacy of you have to work hard every single day as a Division I athlete to get where you want to be.
Preach. Put that on a t-shirt.